So here's what was on the news today. Florida professor hired to teach conspiracy theories fired for being a Sandy Hook truther. Why would you hire a professor to teach conspiracy theories and then you fire him for being a truther? What a bunch of made up bullshit. Oh, he's been harassing the parents. I'm sure he has, because we all know that professors do that. They have nothing better to do, like grade papers, get lesson plans in order. Really? Because this dickweed ain't nothing more than somebody else that's in there. They seek us out as being accused of being government agents and fake our grief and lying about our loss. Really? I'd like to talk to you about your loss. How you gave up your kids in this old Phoenician biblical tribute by paying your child as an offering, because that's what you really did. But Alex Jones will never tell you that. Jordan Maxwell will never say it, because it's so insidious that people can't grasp the idea of killing your own kid to win favor with what you consider to be a god. That's what you did. And at the best case scenario, the very best case scenario, they sent those kids off somewhere. I don't know where, but they sent them somewhere. That's the very best case scenario. The more probable of the scenarios is they murdered their own kids in an old Phoenician Hebrew style offer up your child sacrifice. There was nobody who came in with the guns. They said it was the AR-15. The AR-15 is code for the fallen angels, who that they're absolutely 100% in league with. They always have been, which is going to be their undoing. And the Posners did not profit monetarily. It wasn't about money for them that way. It's about this feel of entitlement because my child was picked to be a sacrifice. People, this is why the truth movement can never work. It took me almost 7 years now to get through to people where I've gotten them. You can't do it by watching fucking half an hour Alex Jones. It doesn't work that way. It takes steady, day by day, looking at stuff and understanding stuff and having an idea and knowing the background history of this entire fucking place. You can't do it through Alex Jones because he blames everything on the government. Go back and look who formed the governments and why the governments were formed. Look what it says here. Don't take my word for it. Just do a search for a free copy of the book. The Posners are as phony as the drill itself. Yeah, they're phony, as in Phoenician, because they're Jews. Look, you know the story is much, much deeper. When they encode it into TV shows, songs, this shit's been going on for a long, 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 long time. Sandy Hook was nothing new. That was just, it was a world event because the people in the circle that are on the inside knew what that whole thing was about. That was a big deal. That was a real big deal. That's why it made the news. So, you know, we know something happened to those kids. That's why they're saying that it's as phony. It's a Phoenician. The parents are Jewish. There is no Hebrew language. They speak ancient Phoenician. InfoWars. Whatever. As long as people want to tread around and blame everything on government, you'll never learn a fucking thing. Because the governments are created by the very fucks that are doing this stuff to you. It took 7 years for me to get people where they're at now, to get an understanding. And even at this level, most people that watch my stuff are barely grasping the concepts that I'm giving them. Those kids were murdered. They were sacrificed to these fallen angels, period. There's nothing new under the sun here. What's been going on, that's why I told you, you have 2016 cars with a 100,000-year-old logo on them. Because the logo ain't changed, And the guys that stand behind that logo ain't changed a fucking drop. And so the old antiquated ways of murdering and sacrifice are still going on. I've proved this over and over.